It was 80 degrees plus in week 1 when we started off our high school football games of the week for our 24th season here on CUTV. Now here in week 8, we've dropped to half that, around the 40s here in the historic town of Uniontown, right off the famous road of Route 40. Hello, everybody, and welcome to CUTV's coverage of high school football game of the week. For Clint and Logan, I'm Scott Majeski. It's great to have you with us. Clint, both these teams, Derry area sits at 2-5 overall, 2-3 in the conference. Uniontown was winless, finally got their first win last week. But really, if both these teams win out, playoffs, they're not out of reach.
They're really not. The top 3 teams we've obviously seen, Franken Regional, Ringgold, and Greensburg-Salem, have solidified their spot. However, that 4th playoff spot's still up for grabs. And right now, Hollidaysburg, if they drop their next 2, they have a chance of giving it up. And like you said, Derry area, Laurel, Highlands, and Uniontown all in the racing for that 4th spot.
It's been a wacky season for both these teams. Derry area started off the season 0-2, then they won 2 games in a row. Now they've struggled recently with a 3-game losing streak, losing to Ringgold 44-7 last week. And then Uniontown, really, they couldn't pull out a win at all until they beat Albert Gallatin last week.
Yeah, Albert Gallatin, they're currently sitting in last place. They've had their troubles all year. We expect that. Good for Uniontown to get that win, but we're going to see if that momentum that they got off that wing, they can transmit it into this Derry team. Last year, they were up big, and they lost a 4th quarter lead. They ended up losing by 3 to this Derry team. We're going to see if they can rebound from that loss last year.
A lot of stories are told from grandfathers to their grandsons, and really a lot of them coming from football being senior night, Clint. You can see right now the festivities going all around behind us. Senior night is just really a fantastic night.
It really is. It's just one of those nights. All the seniors, they want to come up. They want to have their best game of the year. And especially with playoff implications in place as we're winding down in the season, it's going to be an even bigger game. We got good weather out here tonight, so we should have some great football on hand.
Yeah, it should be fantastic. WPIAL weather, why not? High school football game of the week. Kickoff is next here on CUTV.
In 1977, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the US Open twice, 1 in 1.2 billion. The odds of him having a child diagnosed with autism, 1 in 110. Ernie Els encourages you to learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
It's time for Friday Night Lights, marching bands, and hot dogs as CUTV brings you high school football coverage. Watch your high school battle for WPIAL glory on CUTV.
Hey.
Ready to go?
Yeah, but the fire's not out.
Close enough.
Huh. Close enough? If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. I mean, the next thing you know, you've torched our whole neighborhood.
Which is why we're not going anywhere?
Exactly. 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
CUTV always has the action, and now you can too by ordering CUTV programming on DVD. To own your favorite CUTV moments, just send $16.95 in a check payable to SAI, care of CUTV programming order, 250 University Avenue, California, PA 15419. Order now.
Welcome back to Bill Powers Stadium here on CUTV's high school football game of the week. The Derry area Trojans are traveling to Uniontown to take on the Red Raiders. Clinton Logan is alongside me. I'm Scott Majeski. Thank you for joining us here on CUTV. Clint, who are players to look out for? I know both the quarterbacks for both sides are very quality.
Yeah, and those are the two players we're going to be keeping our eye on here today. If they want to put points up on the board early, they're going to rely on the quarterbacks, as we're going to see some passing here. Looking at Uniontown first, Joseph Eric, their quarterback, throwing for 457 yards already on the season and 5 touchdowns. So pretty impressive stats on that, but he needs to come out firing against this Derry area defense. He's also the punter too, so keep an eye out for that.
Ishmael DeShields is a quality player for these Red Raiders. They got a boatload of seniors, as this is senior night, as there's a lot of seniors, up to around the 14 area of seniors here for the Red Raiders. The festivities going on beforehand, and decent crowd on hand as well here at Bill Power Stadium. As Clint, we talked about in the open that playoffs are still up for grabs for Uniontown, who sits with only 1 win, and also Derry area as well.
Yeah, Derry area, they have a easier look into the playoffs if they're able to overtake Hollidaysburg for that last playoff spot. Hollidaysburg and Derry area both sitting at 2 and 3 in the conference, so Derry needs to do their part here tonight, but they're also looking for Laurel Highlands to pull the upset in defeating Hollidaysburg here in that matchup tonight. So we'll see how the game turns out in that, but this area team is going to be facing Hollidaysburg in their last game of the year, so if they go into it tied, it's going to be one heck of a fight for that last playoff spot.
The Uniontown Red Raiders in their maroon uniforms with some white trim here and there down the pants and the jersey as well. Derry area supporting their nice bright yellow helmets, as you can see there on the screen, with the white pants, white shirt. As it looks like the Derry area captains, the Trojans, will be number 51, Adam Nicely, number 55, Adam Beek, number 57, Dan Barkhammer, and the last one for the Trojans. Get it to you just a sec when he squeaks through. Everybody's number 18, Colin Green for Uniontown Red Raiders. Their captains, left to right, starting with number 3, Y.R. Wilkerson. Then Ishmael DeShields, Dion Ricks, and number 54, Brian Perkins, all seniors.
Yeah, Scott, you talked about the senior night. We saw their senior night festivities before the game here, and like you talked about, a whole lot of seniors on this Uniontown team, a lot of senior leadership there you see out on the 50-yard line as they stand behind their captains, as we're going to see who does get the ball first here in the first half. It looks like it is going to be Uniontown. They're going to receive, so we're going to see Joseph Herrick bring his offense on the field first. We talked about those players to watch, and on the Derry area side, it's the quarterback as well, Kyle Holmes. He will be getting the start here tonight. Robbie Ebenthal, the junior quarterback here for Derry area, he is hurt. He's not going to be able to go tonight, so it's Kyle Holmes getting the call, and we're going to see how Holmes is able to run this offense.
Uniontown will be going right to left. And Derry area will be going left to right. They'll be sending it deep from the 40-yard line. Running out there to kick for Derry area. Looks like number 2, Tyler Matska. Yes, it is. And back deep to receive is number 8, Tyler Lovett.
Good return here is going to be crucial for Uniontown. They want to set themselves up in good field position to start this game. They are on the 1-game winning streak, coming off the win against Albert Gallatin. And you look over at Derry, they're currently riding a 3-game losing streak. However, it's to the top 3 teams right now in the conference in Greensburg, Salem, Franklin Regional, and Ringgold. All 3 of those teams sitting up there already with that playoff spot. So they just came off a rough 3-game stretch. They're going to try and finish out the season with 2 wins, but starts here tonight at Uniontown.
Ringgold and Franklin Regional dueling it out tonight. But we got something brewing here in Uniontown. Matsuoka wakes, he gets the set, will trot up and send it deep. Lovett gets it at the 5. Lovett up to the middle to the 20, close to the 22-yard line, and Joe Suprick will come out.
Yeah, Suberik coming up. We'll see how he does as the quarterback. Already, like I talked about, 5 touchdowns on the year. However, 8 interceptions too. So Derry Ayers going to be looking to pick off Suberik. Suberik's got to be very smart of where he's throwing the ball here tonight. He doesn't want to force a lot of turnovers early in this game.
Suberik will be sandwiched by 2 sidecars, twins to his left, a far receiver to the right. He'll send number 5, Ishmael DeShields, in motion. He'll hand it off to his left sidecar. Got some room up to the 30-yard line. Decent start for Uniontown.
Yeah, that's number 44, Tristan Sandrowski, on the handoff. A good gain there on first down, as we've seen a whole slew of running backs here for this Uniontown team throughout the season. But recently, it's been Sandrowski to have the call back in the running back slot.
Suberik stands at 5'10", 175, this senior. Sandrowski, 5'11", 180. He's a sophomore. He's sandwiched once again as Suberik. He's got twins to his left, far receiver to his right. And it off to Sandrowski again, but he's just going to be met. No gain on the play, and he'll set up third down.
Yeah, nothing there for Sandrowski on this one. Sandrowski coming into the game with 49 carries for 208 yards. No touchdowns yet on the year, but he's been one of the running backs that this Red Raiders team's been relying on for that good gainage on the ground, and they're going to be faced with their first third down here.
Same formation as they come out in their first 2 plays. I'll hand off to DeShields now. DeShields working. He's actually going backwards, and will be brought down for a big loss, and now the Uniontown Red Raiders will have to come out and boot it away.
Great job there by Derry, getting in the backfield, not allowing anything going there for the Uniontown offense. Number 8, Ron Geary, was one of the defensemen in on the tackle, and a good tackle for loss there on third down. They're going to force Uniontown to punt on their first series.
Dan Barker-Hammer as well there in on the stop. 26 back deep to receive. This punt is Austin Elmer, and it's booted to, and he'll let it bounce. He touched it. It's Uniontown ball. No, they did not pick it up. Now they did. After it bounced around a little bit, looked like they could have just taken that all the way. It looked like DeShields. But this, let's take a look at this replay, because this was wacky.
I believe it was Tyler Lovett. You're going to see the punt here. It's going to bounce off the Derry area player back there, and Lovett actually has it. Almost could have ran it back. However, he fumbled it as well. And I believe it was number 80, Rakeem Saunders, or 88, I apologize, Nate Guerrier, as the one who was able to recover it. A big recovery there, a big turnover for Derry, and Uniontown's going to get great field possession off that punt.
Love it, the 6'2", 205 senior. What a memory that would be here on senior night. Now Suberik and company will trot back out there, lining up in the same formation they had for the first 3. DeShields is his sidecar to his right, Sandrowski to his left. He fakes to Sandrowski, hands off to DeShields. DeShields up the middle, picking up about 5 on the play, and will bring up second down and about 5.
Ishmael DeShields listed as a wide receiver, but starting in that backfield, we've seen him a couple times already in this game. He's able to get a good gain there on first down to make it a 2nd and 5. And Scott, just going back to that punt, that's one of those situations for Derry when they're back there to return that punt. You see that's going to bounce in front of you. You just want to get out of the way and let it go rather than trying to field it.
Jaquay Taylor checks out. Chase Manchese checks in. Pistol set. Man in motion. They'll hand it off. It looks like it's Manchese. He's running left side. He's still going to fight for a couple more yards. He's close to the first down.
And that's Dominique Gibson on the handoff there as he was in motion before the play set off. Get some great blocking there from his offensive line as they followed him all the way down on the left side, and they're going to pick up the first down there. 2 great running plays there by Uniontown, and they move the chains.
Dominique Gibson sits at 5'10", 160. He is a senior. There is the head coach, John Fortuna, for the Uniontown Red Raiders. Has been around the program a while. 2001 conference champions here are the Red Raiders. Looking to get back to that. They send DeShields in motion, set up a bunch backfield. It'll be a counterplay. DeShields going to go left side, breaks a few tackles, gets inside the 20, but really nothing going there for Ishmael DeShields. Only picks about a few on the play, and the Trojans were all over that.
Yeah, DeShields got pretty lucky actually there. He was able to get back to the line of scrimmage as he initially was starting to run to the right, cuts it back, goes left, and two Derry area defensemen could have wrapped him up there, but DeShields' speed was able to break it to the outside, get back up. Actually about a gain of 1 maybe there on the play, but a good job of DeShields getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Sandwiches Subrick. He now sends DeShields in motion to form, trips right. One receiver to his left. Pressure coming off right side. He throws it into the flat, got his man, but he's tripping and falling there at the 20. He'll set up a long third down was DeShields.
And DeShields this time in the wide receiver slot as he's listed, and he's just going to run the nice little out there. Unfortunately, like you said, slips up. He's not able to get anything yardage-wise, and it's going to be a long third down here, about 3rd and 8 here for the Red Raiders. We've seen them not be able to convert on their first third down on the series before the punt turnover. We'll see if they can convert here, Scott.
Third down and 8 ball at the 20-yard line. 8 minutes left to go first quarter. Trips are to the left. Sandrowski is his sidecar left. Far receiver to his right. Subrick's going to roll left, looking, firing, got his man. Nice catch. Nice catch right there at the 10-yard line there by the Red Raider. Number 10, Dominique Gibson, the senior.
Gibson with another big play here. This time going across the middle there, moving from right to left. Does a great job getting some separation from his defender, and he's able to haul that one in. A good third down conversion here for the Red Raiders, and a great pass there by Sperik.
He's sandwiched 2 to his right, 1 to his left. Faking the handoff to DeShields, but hands it off to Sandrowski. Sandrowski's going to try to push his way for any gain on the play. Doesn't get really anything. It'll be a 2nd down and goal.
Little trickery there by the Red Raiders. However, the Trojans of Derry, they not fooled on that one as they clogged up the middle. Didn't allow Sandrowski to get anywhere on the ground there. So it's going to be a 2nd and goal here for Uniontown.
2nd down and goal at the 10-yard line first quarter. The Red Raiders were stopped on a 3 and out, but then a miscue on a punt return by the Derry area player. Now the Red Raiders are driving with new life. Sets, looks, pressured. He's going to be brought down from behind. That's number 57 coming in with a full head of steam. Dan Barkhammer.
Joe Seifert tackled in his backfield, attempted the pass by Dan Barkhammer.
He's a junior, 5'11", 205.
And you can see why they call him Barkhammer, as he lays a big hit there on Sperik, and we could see him coming the whole time. However, Sperik didn't catch him on the blind side there. It's going to be a big sack for Uniontown, so it's going to be 3rd and goal here, and they're going to have to do it from their own 19-yard line.
Trips to his left. Sandrowski is the sidecar to his left. Far receiver to his right. He gets the snap. Blitz come from the Trojans. Sets his feet. Fires left side. And he finds Dominique Gibson once again in the flat. Gibson has come with a couple big catches, but it sets up a very long 4th down for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, Sperik had blitzers coming in. He had to get rid of it quick. Gibson with a nice catch. However, a nice wrap up there by Colin Green, not allowing him to go anywhere. So we're going to see if Uniontown's going to, if they have the boot here for the field goal, or if they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Subrick will hold. The kicker will be number 14, Faiz Williams. Faiz Williams is a junior, 5'9", 175. The snap is good. Hold is better. That kick is up. And that kick is perfect. The Red Raiders strike off a miscue from the Trojans and now lead 3-0 over the Derry area Trojans.
Represented by our 710,000 alumni. Engaging for our 127,000 students. Opportunity for our 6,200 student athletes. Highlighted by our 2,000 scholar athletes. Reaching higher at our 23 championships. serving our 16-member institutions, taking place in our one state, the PSAC, Passion Pride, Pennsylvania.
You're watching CUTV, California University Television.
Red Raiders were stuffed on a 3-and-out to start the game, and then with a miscue on a punt, were able to return it and answer with a field goal, and a big, nice, long field goal kicked by Williams, their junior, and he'll send it deep. Boy, does he have a leg. And it'll be a touchback for the Trojans, and Kyle Holmes and company will trot out.
Yeah, we'll see Kyle Holmes run this Trojan offense here on the first drive, but what kicking there by Faisal Williams. You see a great boot on the field goal, and he had a lot of room to spare on that field goal. And then here we see the kickoff right off of the field goal by Williams. Just a great leg, and definitely gives you a lot of trust as a coach to have a player like that kicking your field goals and off the kickoffs.
Holmes will come out in shotgun formation. He's got a sidecar to his right, twins to his left, far receiver to his right. He'll hand it off to the running back left side and gets up to about the 36-yard line for first down for the Trojans. That's number 34, Jared Durezo.
And Durezo with a nice run on the left side, picks up the first down here for Derry area, and that's exactly what you want to see on your first play for this offense.
I formation, they'll send a man in motion, split receivers each side. Handoff to the running back is met in the backfield. No gain on the play. That was number 26, Austin Elmer. And he is met by the Red Raiders.
Yeah, a great tackle there. Nate Spinetti met him right up the middle there, actually drops him back for a yard. So great job by the Uniontown defense penetrating in there and tackling them for a loss.
Kyle Holmes, the sophomore quarterback, 6'1", 152. Will hand it off to his sidecar to his left, picking up close to the 40-yard line. Setting up a little bit of more manageable third down coming up for the Trojans.
Another good run there by Derry. Still haven't seen Holmes step back and throw yet in this game. It's been all running so far on the first 4 plays. Again, we remember seeing their first down play. It was a good gain, about 12 yards for the Trojans, and now they're facing their first third down conversion.
Third down and 6, 2 side cards, sandwich Holmes. Far receiver to his left, 2 to his near side. And yes, they'll get him with the neutral zone infraction. Looked like big old number 75, John Jones, the senior, might have just jumped a little bit.
Yeah, I think it was actually 74, Chris Hall. Another senior, though, on the offensive tackle, 6'2", 265. He was the one that moved on the play. It's going to set up a lot more manageable third down here, so it's going to be a 3rd and 1 here for the Trojans, and that's going to make them feel a lot better. A good hard count there by Kyle Holmes.
Instead of setting up what probably was going to be a pass, now they have all sorts of options with a 3rd down and 1. Looks like they'll come out and try to power it into the Red Raiders D. Send the man in motion. Handoff right side. He's met by a Red Raider. What a hit there. Looked like number 45 coming in. Nathan Spinetti, the senior, with a big hit.
Spinetti is second big tackle here on this drive. We saw the first one. It was a tackle for a loss in the backfield, and that's exactly what this one is too. Spinetti coming out of that linebacker slot, and he just steps right up in there and takes Derry back for a loss. He's going to force him to punt. A great job there on third down by the Red Raiders.
Dominique Gibson back deep for the Uniontown Red Raiders. He'll let it bounce right at the 20. He's going to keep watching it. It's going to roll, and now finally touched by the Trojans right around the 6-yard line. And the Red Raiders, with 2:19 left to go in the first quarter, will look to put some more points on the board.
And we saw the Red Raiders on their last scoring drive, the field goal there by Faisal Williams. They had some great field possession to start off the special teams miscue, and they started at Derry's about 35-yard line there. This time they're going to have to march the whole way down the field. We're going to see how they can respond and if Suprick is able to lead his team down the field.
Suprick and company will trot back out there, ball at their own 6-yard line. The goalposts and our camera 3 operator, Josh Lasko, are breathing down their necks. And the Uniontown Red Raiders will call a timeout. Subrick was not sure about the play call, and they'll talk it over.
Yeah, they were just not sure what exactly he was doing on that. Let's take a look here at Uniontown's schedule, Scott. Uniontown, obviously, this huge game against Derry in this one, and finally getting their first week last week against Albert Gallatin. However, Uniontown, they're going to have to pull off this one and then pull off a miraculous win against Ringgold and have some help from other teams in order to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, they will, and you know, Ringgold, a very quality team. They're playing Franklin Regional at Franklin Regional tonight. But good to see that the Uniontown Red Raiders did get a win, 19-14 over Albert Gallatin.
And they also had some tough non-conference matchups. You see at the top at Connellsville and at Indiana. Those are always tough matchups, especially when they're traveling to start out the season. So finally able to pick up that win against Albert Gallatin, so that's good. Hopefully, as we've seen so far, the momentum carrying very well into this game.
New quarterback into the game. Xavier Ellis is now checked in the game at quarterback for the Uniontown Red Raiders. Xavier Ellis is a sophomore quarterback. He's 6'1", 170, checking in for Subrick.
Yeah, I was surprised to see Xavier Ellis in. Not sure what the reason may be. It might just have been switching a little bit, but they're going to be knocked back about 4 yards on that, so it's going to be about 2nd and 14.
Second down and 14. Ball at the 2-yard line. Here's the snap. They'll hand it. Oh, no, Ellis. Ellis keeps it on the quarterback bootleg right. He can scoot as he tries to fight his way close to the 10-yard line. Trying to set up a decent third down opportunity, but we saw some moves there from the young sophomore QB.
Maybe that's why we see Ellis in. He's very quick on his feet, as we see there. He's able to avoid a safety in the end zone, and he's actually able to get back to the original line of scrimmage maybe a little bit more, as it was about to pick up a 5 there, so he ran to the outside. A great job by Ellis. This area Trojan team, they've been in the backfield a couple times, so it's nice to have the speed of Ellis back there.
Third down and 10. I formation, big third down for the young sophomore quarterback. Far receiver to his left. They're going to let him throw. He's going to roll to his left, using his legs to create space. Now he's going to fire it up. Does it have enough mustard? It does! Ishmael DeShields at the 40-yard line. Xavier Ellis not only has an arm, legs, but he also has an arm.
And what an arm there. A great pass there by Ellis. You're going to see him have to roll out here as he was being chased. He's able to roll out and watch him set his feet right here and just heaves that ball up. And like you said, watch DeShields come straight back to this ball. A great job by DeShields. Could have been intercepted, but a very smart receiver in Ishmael DeShields coming back to the ball gives the Red Raiders a first down and a big gain there on the third down conversion.
Head coach John Fortuna has said that he does have a lot of faith in Xavier Ellis, and that's why he might be going with the sophomore quarterback to see what kind of action he can get out of him as we are here towards the end of the season, maybe looking to build towards next year. Nice handoff on the nice little play fake action, and DeShields, he is a playmaker. Fortuna has said that, and they're going to give him the ball as much as they can.
We've said his name many times already in this game, and we've just gotten started here at Uniontown, and he is making quite a name for himself here tonight, both receiving and rushing in this game. And DeShields is just having a great game so far, and like you said, he is that playmaker here for the Red Raiders.
And we have entered the end of the first quarter here at Bill Powers Stadium with the Uniontown Red Raiders up 3-0 over the Trojans of Derry area.
time for Friday Night Lights, marching bands, and hot dogs as CUTV brings you high school football coverage. Watch your high school battle for WPIAL glory on CUTV.
We've played one quarter here, and the Red Raiders already used two quarterbacks, the senior Subrick, and now they're going with Xavier Ellis, the sophomore quarterback, which they feel they have has a lot of potential, and why not when you can hand the ball off to this man, DeShields, who gets close to the Trojan 40-yard line, gets down to about the 42, set up a second down and very manageable.
And DeShields is getting some great blocking up front by his front five there, as he's seeing a lot of holes open up. A good tackle there, as you see on replay by Ron Geary, just wrapping up DeShields' legs and not allowing him to go anywhere on the ground, but he's still able to pick up a good 6 yards on that first down.
Sandrowski to his left, DeShields right behind him, little pistol formation. They're going to run the option. Xavier Ellis pitches it to DeShields. DeShields got the corner, and he got it, first down. And the Red Raiders, looks like they're very close. Chains have yet to move. If not, it'll be a third down and 1. And yes, the chains will move, so first down.
A great call there. The great option with Ishmael in the backfield. And there you see the stiff arm there to pick up the first down. You got to like what you're seeing so far of this Uniontown offense.
And the composure of the sophomore quarterback, Xavier Ellis, as well, as he has stepped in. Back to the goal line, completes a huge pass to DeShields, and now he's just been handing the ball off to him. Fakes it, he'll roll right. Ellis is pressured by a bunch of Trojans, got a man open, it's Gibson, and Gibson inside the red zone to about the 17-yard line, and the Red Raiders are rolling.
And a great job by Ellis, great vision as he rolls out to his right there. And like you said, Dominique Gibson was wide open going across the field. If he'd actually let him just a little bit more, Gibson could have caught it in stride, and he would have been away for the races. He'd have been in the end zone. But regardless, it's a first down here for the Red Raiders, and a great first down between Ellis and Dominique Gibson.
Head coach Fortuna has to be really happy about his future of this squad, seeing that Xavier Ellis might be the man controlling the offense next year. It's the Trojans all over Sandrowski right there. That'll be a second down and 10.
Yeah, Sandrowski having not as much success tonight here on the ground as Ishmael DeShields is, but Sandrowski's just that bigger running back, a bigger force. I was sure we'd see him on those goal line stands.
Second down and 10. 10 minutes left to go, first half. Red Raiders up 3-0. Late substitution in now. Trips left. Xavier Ellis has to get ready. He gets the snap. Will he hand it off to DeShields? He does. On the quarterback read, looked like Ellis probably could have kept that and could have had a big hole.
We're going to see a flag on the play here as the referee on the far side, right on the line of scrimmage, threw the flag, but we're going to see what the call is here. I believe it is against Uniontown, and I think Derry is declining the penalty, and that is the case. Maybe a legal substitution on that one, Scott?
Yeah, number 12 was trotted in a little bit too late. Jaquie Taylor, the junior, right at the end. So it's a third down and 12. Smart move most likely by the Trojans because of Xavier Ellis' athletic ability with DeShields. Don't want to give him another extra down. Trips are to the left, sidecar to his left. Ellis cuts up, looks like just a complete quarterback. No, he's trying to escape, dragging. And he picks up about a 1 hard-fought yard on that play, and it looks like they'll trot out Williams, who kicked a pretty long one on the far hash mark. It looks like he'll have midfield to kick this.
And we're going to have a injury timeout out there. But, yeah, like you said, Ellis with the quarterback keeper on that one. Tried finding something open on the left side. Unfortunately, he could not. He got right back up the middle. Still good field possession here for the Red Raiders. And with the leg of Flizell Williams, you got to be comfortable with where you are and how that drive came about. You have to remember that great completion to DeShields from Xavier Ellis as they were back in their own end zone. That's really was the key play in this drive.
Clint, Ellis is only a sophomore. So far we see him take the team all the way down here. He's made a lot of smart decisions. What are your impressions on the young sophomore Xavier Ellis?
Well, Ellis has done a great job. He very impressive on his feet like we've seen, especially when rolling out, and not a lot of quarterbacks can still sling back and throw a good pass while on the run, and we've seen Ellis do a great job of that so far. It might just be head coach John Fortugna, just his plan of implementing Xavier Ellis as well as Suprick, but you got to like what you've seen out of Ellis so far.
Williams is ready. Chris Hall with the snap is good. Hold is better. Williams' kick is up, and Williams' kick is perfect. He's hit 2 long ones, has that man right there, and has his Red Raiders with a 6-0 lead over the Derry area Trojans.
In 1977, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the US Open twice, 1 in 1.2 billion. The odds of him having a child diagnosed with autism, 1 in 110. Ernie Els encourages you to learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
You're watching CUTV, California University Television.
Flizell Williams has knocked a couple big field goals through for these Red Raiders, and he'll look to send it deep. He'll trot up and boot it from the 40. Matsuka brings it up, got a seam up the middle to the 40. He's going to be stood up around the 42-yard line, but a good return for the Trojans.
A huge return there for the Trojans. I believe it was Matusek in back there to return. A huge return like we see, but he's going to give Derry area some great field possession here right about at the 40-yard line, and we're going to see if their offense can get something going. Not happening last time, though. That Uniontown Red Raider defense was very strong.
Kyle Holmes will trot back out there for the Trojans. Holmes is sandwiched with 2 twins to his right and a far receiver to his left near side us. Man coverage towards us. A little off coverage towards the right side. Holmes pump fakes, looks over the middle, and he's going to overshoot his intended receiver as he tried to pump fake, draw the safety in, but the safety did not bite.
Yeah, pass intended for Colin Green downfield, and that, like you said, the pump fake just didn't work. Green kind of actually hesitated a little bit too. He was not able to get past the safety on that play, and lucky for Holmes, that pass got past the safety as well, so wasn't able to be intercepted, but it's going to be a second down here for the Trojans of Derry area.
2nd and 10, ball at the 41-yard line, 8:22 left to go, first half. The Trojans have been stuffed by this Red Raider defense, plagued by a mistake early in the first quarter. They'll hand it off. It'll be 26 on the right side, Austin Elmer. Elmer, the running back for the Derry area Trojans.
Yeah, Elmer, not too much there on first down. A good gain. We have to remember this Derry area team, they've been plagued by injuries this year. Their starting running back, Wanamaker, he's not in for this game, and that had to have contributed for the pass-through losses as well, but that's a big loss for this Derry area team, especially in the running department.
Receiver split offside eye left. Holmes under pressure, escapes. If he can get to the first down, he looks like he's dragged and a little bit pushed and guided towards the first down. Far judge gives him the first down. Near one looks like he's giving it to him. And yes, it will be first down and 10 for the Trojans.
A great job there by Holmes stepping up in the pocket as he didn't see any receivers open downfield. He was looking deep, but a good choice of not throwing it there, steps up in the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down. He was tackled by Chris Hall, like you said. Hall kind of tackled him forward, and that's what allowed Holmes to get the first down. So great field possession again here for the Trojans.
Holmes will hand it off left side. He's going to be met in the backfield as the running back by a couple Red Raiders, led there by number 8, Tyler Levitt, flying in there.
Great tackle by Lovett. We've seen some great stops here by this Uniontown defense, and they've done a good job against a run here early in this game. If they can shut down the Derry area running attack, they can make this Trojan offense one-dimensional, and they can just focus on the pass.
Elmer getting sandwiched there by Lovett and another Red Raider defender. As Holmes will go under center, send his fullback in motion to set an offside right. Hits the man in the flat. No, he does not. It was dropped by number 2, Tyler Matsuka.
That one actually intended for Geary on the outside there. But, yeah, like you said, just off the hands there. Should have been hauled in. However, it's going to force a long third down here for the Trojans. And we'll see if Holmes goes to the air again. He's looked pretty good back there in the pocket throwing. However, he's just not been able to connect with some of his receivers. That one was on point. However, Geary not able to haul it in.
Ron Geary, 5'11", 165, a senior. I actually had a middle school science teacher named Ron Geary. I believe it's not the same person. But
chances are it's not.
Yeah, slim chance it's probably not, but you never know. Holmes over the middle, almost picked off by a Red Raider who read it perfectly. Number 2. Dalton Truly, the senior.
Yeah, Dayton Truly there almost coming up with the interception. And Scott Truly, it would have been a very nice interception that would have given the Red Raiders some great field position. However, they're going to force Derry to punt, but the defense coming up huge again here for the Red Raiders as they've looked very strong in this first half.
It truly would have been a very good interception. Trojans getting very close to their punt being blocked. Red Raiders are going to run away from it as it's going to bounce towards the 39-yard line. About a 10-yard punt there for the Trojans, and the Red Raiders will trot out. We'll see who will be the gunslinger for the Red Raiders as we take a look at Keystone games and look at Ringgold at Franklin Regional. We talked about on High School Football Roundup. Ringgold at Franklin Regional.
Yeah, that's a huge game. Pretty much going to give sole possession of first place in this Keystone Conference. And Franklin Regional, they've looked strong all year. You have to expect they're the favorites in that game. But Ringgold, they've had a great season so far. They could pull the upset in that one.
Check for those Laurel, Highlands, and Hollidaysburg highlights. We'll have that also on High School Football Game of the Week. It looks like the Red Raiders fumbled the football off the exchange, and the Trojans pounced on it at the 35.
Yeah, I believe it was number 57, Dan Barkhammer. Again, we saw him with a huge sack earlier. It was either him or Colin Green. Both of them were in there, and they just ripped the ball away from the Red Raider. And I think it was number 44 who had the ball, Sandrowski, but they just ripped the ball away on the handoff. And turn of events, Scott. Derry's got the ball, and they've got some great field possession on the 35.
We saw a miscue right around this area leading to a Red Raiders points. We'll see if the same result for the Trojans, but right there, not on that play, as the Trojans go nowhere.
Nowhere indeed. Just the running game still having trouble here, as it was Elmer again trying to pick up something up the middle, but he's wrapped up immediately by Aurora Wilkinson, and it's going to be a 2nd and 10 here for the Trojans.
Second down and 9, 5:35 left to go, first half. And we'll have a timeout Derry area side. .532 left to go here in the first half as we take a look at the Derry area schedule.
Yeah, you see up top the 2 non-conference matchups there. As you see, they took on the Quad A Latrobe there and Highlands, and both suffering losses there, but they were able to pick up 2 good wins against Albert Gallatin and Lower Highlands at the bottom. However, they took on the top 3 teams in this conference. Like I said, Franklin Regional at Franklin Regional, Greensburg-Salem, and then at Ringgold. All very tough matchups, and all matchups that the opposing team, however, they pretty strong in that, and Derry suffered losses to all 3.
Very roller coaster ride that the Trojans have had, as they've got Hollidaysburg next week for the Trojans senior night. And that'll end the season on October 28th for the Trojans, still vying for that 4th and final playoff spot from the Keystone Conference, as they are at a 2nd down and 9, down by 6 for the Red Raiders. Good trip up there by the Red Raider, number 74, Chris Hall, who got his way in there to trip up the running back Elmer, setting up a long 3rd down.
Yeah, you see right there, Elmer kind of tripped up on his own player there too, Zach Wisniewski, as he was trying to get something going on the ground to the left side. He had a hole, however, tripped up by his own player and one of the Red Raiders. It's going to be a long 3rd down here for Derry. They've had trouble converting already in this game. We'll see if Holmes is able to sling a pass over the middle, maybe connect for a 1st down.
It was Ron Geary on that run, so we apologize for that. Twins to the right, sandwiched. Holmes runs into his running back, looks right side. He's got nobody close by except for the line judge over there, or the back judge. Either way, though, 4th down and 9.
Yeah, thrown in the direction of Matusik and Colin Green. Both of them were over there. However, the ball was not near either one of them, as I do believe it just sailed out of bounds on that pass. And Holmes has looked pretty shaky so far to start this game. He's looked good, looked comfortable in the pocket. However, when he lets that ball go, it's just not near any of his receivers, as they're going to try and go for it here on 4th down.
Ball at the 34-yard line. They're playing in the dead zone right now. Holmes sets. He's got all day back there. Fires over the middle, and he throws behind his wide receiver. He had him open in the middle of the field, was Colin Green, number 18. However, incomplete, and we'll see if Xavier Lee, and yes, he will, trot back out there for the Red Raiders.
And Green again looking for Colin Green, going across the middle. He had him open. However, he just threw right behind him, and that's not what Derry needs on this one. That's not what Holmes needed to do on 4th down. So we're going to see the high-powered Uniontown offense come back out here. They're going to try and put 6 up on the board this time rather than 3.
Ellis will pitch it to DeShields. DeShields going to get wrapped up by one Trojan, now by another one, but now we have a late penalty thrown. Looks like it's in the area of face mask, as the one referee with the best judge of it, if that is the call. And it'll be holding Red Raiders.
A hold against the Red Raiders there, as that's going to push him back even further. Great job by the Derry defense, as it was Clint Beeman on the tackle, as he was able to wrap up DeShields in the backfield, not let him go anywhere. DeShields trying to put some moves on him, however, he was not fooled on that play, and that's going to push the Red Raiders back big time here on 1st down.
1st down and 22 for Xavier Ellis, who is sandwiched. He'll hand it off the fake to DeShields to Sandrowski. Sandrowski gets about 6 on the play. Still a very long 2nd down coming up.
Sandrowski with one of his nicer runs here tonight. So he's able to pick up 6 on the ground. He bounces off a couple tackles before he finally gets pulled down by a couple Trojans on that one. But again, Uniontown having to make up a lot of yards here after that 1st down holding penalty.
Second down and 16. Ball at the 27-yard line. Flag on the play, which will stop the clock at 3:37 in the 1st half. And it'll be a warning against the Uniontown Red Raiders to back up their sidelines. We're getting a little bit too close to the field of play. It's not really a big-time rule, but it is enforced here and there. There's a little box along the sidelines for the players to be behind, and a couple of them were in front of it. Lee, 3-step drop, looks left side, And a Trojan makes a diving attempt at it, cannot come up with it. It was intended for Ishmael DeShields, setting up a long 3rd down and 16.
A great job there by Elmer. A good pass here from Lee. Just need to go a little bit further. You're going to see Elmer right there, 26. Just get his hands up. Might have tipped it a little bit, but it was out of the reach of DeShields, and you can't blame the Uniontown offense there for trying to go deep. They've had a couple nice connections between Lee and DeShields so far. However, that one just a little bit too overthrown. It's still going to be a long 3rd down here for the Trojan, or for the Red Raiders.
Another flag. It'll be an illegal substitution against the Red Raiders, and it'll push them back even farther.
And, you know, this is the first time we've really seen a whole lot of penalties on a series, and so far that's technically only the second penalty. We saw the warning as well for the sidelines, but that's 2 big penalties that's really pushed back this Uniontown offense, and they're looking at a very long 3rd down here to try and convert. However, Lee does have the arm.
Ellis was able to complete a big pass earlier. Now up the middle. And they'll just play the field position battle. And the punt team will trot back out there with 3:10 left to go, first half.
Back deep. The punting for Utah is Roger Hager. Back deep is Tyler Matuzak.
Line drive punt will bounce a little bit about to the 35-yard line, picked up by the Trojan player. Iffy decision right there, and now a late flag.
Yeah, that flag's going to be thrown against Derry there. It was number 65, Brad Orazio. It was away from the play as he laid a hit on one of the Red Raiders there. That's going to push back Derry. Should be a personal foul call, so it should knock him back about 15 there. And a big mistake there for Derry area, especially if they wanted to put some points on the board here before the half. They're going to have to charge down the field even further.
Well, with 2:49 left to go here in the first half, the Trojans have struggled to move the ball down the field. And if the Red Raiders don't want to do any harm to themselves by helping the Trojans out along with some big penalties against them. And Holmes has looked comfortable back there in the pocket. He's just overshot most of his receivers, and he's got himself at the 23. He'll hand it off to his running back, who's just going to be manhandled by a bunch of Red Raiders. Number 50 coming in and flying for the Red Raiders, Julian Simon, wearing his big high pink taped ankles for what I presume is October Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
And you'd probably be correct there, and you're right. He does kind of fly in there, kind of like a flying squirrel just jumping on top of the pile, but definitely noticeable there on that play.
Up the middle for the Trojans, nothing happening. It'll set up a manageable 3rd down, but not a high strike offense with 2:10 left to go here in the first half. We'll see what they do here on a big 3rd down at about 2.
Yeah, they're going to go hurry up here, but you got to credit Uniontown so far in this game. A great job defensively as they've held Derry area in check up to this point.
3rd down and a long one, a handoff up the middle. They got the first down up to the 35-yard line. Clock will stop. As Elmer is slow to get up. Take a look here on this replay and see if it's really that bad.
You kind of see one of the Uniontown players there on the bottom who came up with a tackle, and you know, he really kind of just grabbed Elmer around the neck there to pull him backwards, and that's probably what the injury is on the field right now. Is I do believe it is Elmer that is down, as he was able to pick up the first down. However, just a scary situation right now as we see that neck injury come into play, and hopefully he's okay down there.
Minute 53 left to go here in the first half. I'd like to take this time to promote High School Football Roundup. This guy to my right and myself host it. It is on CUTV Tuesday, Wednesday nights, 10 p.m., and on Thursday, I believe, at 4. As we'll be getting into playoff mood here eventually. We do have one more week of regular season, but we'll be doing playoffs for you on High School Roundup.
And it's going to be a great round of playoffs, too. We've seen some great teams so far out of the conferences we cover. I know we're big fans of the Tri-County South, Scott, closest to us, but a lot of great football action in the WPIL this year.
Handoff right side, rolling to his right is 31 Mike Vadas. And he gets very close to the first down marker. Looks like it's a second down and about 1 minute 30 and counting here in the first half. Trojans go with a little bit of a hurry-up offense. Holmes rolls to his left, got his man open in the flat, just overthrows him. Diving attempt there by Colin Green. But Holmes' pass is incomplete. Clock will stop. 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, again, Holmes just having trouble connecting with his receivers. You know, he really does have the arm, kind of like Xavier Ellis on the other side. They both do have the arm to make these passes. However, Ellis is taking advantage. He's been the one making the completions downfield. And like we said, Holmes has looked comfortable back there, but he's not been able to connect with those receivers.
Both of these quarterbacks sophomores. Ellis has had a senior step up for him into Shields, while Holmes has yet to find that player to step up for him. 3rd down and 1. We'll hand it off. Vidas to the right. Tripped up. No first down. Great play by the Uniontown Red Raiders. And a 4th down and 1.
Yeah, that one actually DeRazio there on the run, number 34, as he was looking to pick up the first down, like you said, and just slips up there as he's not able to keep his footing. And he's going to come down. It's going to be short of the first down, like you said, so it's going to be 4th down. You have to expect they're probably going to go for it. However, if they don't convert on this, Scott, that's going to give Uniontown, they're going to have a little bit of time to work with. Not much, but you have to expect at least a first down, maybe 2, is going to set up Faisal Williams for another field goal.
Jared DeRazio, the running back there, the sophomore, tripped up by that old Medley turf. As Derry has sent out their punter, Clint Beeman, but with a timeout on the field to just stop the clock by the Red Raiders. Like you said, they'd love to set up their fantastic field goal kicker, Williams, who has knocked in some pretty 2 big field goals already. And Beeman will get ready to boot this one away. Gibson looks like he'll be back deep to receive, number 10, Dominique.
Okay, tell him to watch the fake. He's too tight. He's too tight right there.
Uniontown looking for the fake, just in case. Beeman will boot it. And Gibson bobbles it. He's got to scoop it up. He does, and he's going to be wrapped up at the 15-yard line. If he fielded that cleanly, Clint, he might have had a pretty good return.
Yeah, Gibson does have the speed. We've seen him already on the receiving end of some big passes from Ellis. And, yeah, like you said, he did have an opening to the right side, which is the way he was moving. However, just another one of those cases of moving before he had the ball. And unfortunately, he's not able to get much. We're going to see if Xavier Ellis goes to the air here, if they try and put some more points up on the board before halftime. We do have to remember Uniontown had the ball to start this game, so it's going to be Derry Arias in the second half. As we see a flag already, it's going to be another illegal substitution, I do believe, as they broke huddle. Again, Uniontown hurting themselves in the penalty department.
Looks like a lot of substitution problems coming for the Red Raiders. And with 52 seconds left to go here in the first half, we'll see if the Red Raiders try to strike, get some points on the board, as the Trojans will be getting the ball at the end of halftime. But let's see what they do. It looks like they're going to line up and get ready. Ellis under center. He's going to hand it off right up the middle. And DeShields moving his way, trying to pick up a decent amount. Only picks up about 3. Clock running under 40 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like Uniontown's just going to continue to go to the running game to end the half. Now, if you're Derry, you have to be careful because DeShields does have that speed. If he's able to find a hole, he's just going to burn you downfield, and he is able to put up 6 on the board with the speed that he has.
I formation. They'll pitch it right to DeShields. DeShields looking for a seam. He's got one, but it's going to be wrapped up rather quickly by the Trojans. Gets back up to the original line of scrimmage, and we'll set up a 3rd down in a little bit, but with 5 seconds left to go in the first half, doesn't look like the Red Raiders will run another play, and we'll go to halftime here at Bill Powers Stadium. where the Red Raiders lead 6-0 over the Derry area Trojans. Stay tuned. We'll have some halftime performances for you here on CUTV.
Two out of 3 people with diabetes die of heart attack or stroke. That was his wake-up call. This is yours. Ask your healthcare provider how you can lower the risk. To learn more, go to diabetesactnow.org.
Do you like this top? So gay. Really? Yeah, it's totally gay.
You know, you really shouldn't say that.
Say what?
Well, say that something's gay when you mean it's bad. It's insulting. What if every time something was bad, everybody said, "Oh, that's so girl wearing a skirt as a top"?
Oh, you are.
Those are cute jeans, though. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
I got no pulse, so losing him.
Charging. He's in VFib.
Shock him.
Drives it around all the time. Just had a few drinks. This can't be happening.
Are we clear?
Clear.
You just buzzed.
Just buzzed. You didn't tell us that, sir. You're right, this isn't happening. He'll be fine.
I feel good.
Really?
No, not really.
Buzz driving.
Clear.
Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
Shock him.
CUTV is always on the air online. Like us on Facebook for upcoming events and status updates. Follow us on Twitter at CUTV25 for behind-the-scenes exclusives and updates. For streaming news and sports coverage, subscribe to our YouTube channels. CUTV social media, it's always online.
The Uniontown Red Raiders lead the Trojans of Derry area 6-0. We'll have both bands for you, the Trojan band first, and then most likely for the last time, the Red Raiders senior band members out on the field. Enjoy.
The band is under the direction of Ken Neal. Color guard instructor Elaine Timchak, and major ed instructor Ashley Hiker.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Uniontown, Pennsylvania, the Red Raider Marching Band.
Welcome back. Second half action here from Bill Powers Stadium as we're getting ready as the Uniontown Red Raiders, led by the foot of Flizell Williams, knocking in 2 long field goals on the only 2 scores of the game so far. Clint, your impressions of that first half and of the sophomore Xavier Ellis?
Yeah, Ellis did a great job there back in quarterback as he filled in for Suprick. We've heard that he might be suffering concussion-like symptoms down there on the field, so we should expect to see Ellis in for the rest of the game. But, you know, Ellis did a great job at quarterback, both on his feet, and he had some nice passes for some big conversions, which led to those Williams field goals. But I can't say enough about this Uniontown defense. They've done a great job in the first half. Look for them to continue in the second half. Derry, they're going to have to try and find some kind of holes in that defense. But, you know, this Uniontown defense, they've been very strong tonight, and they should close it up. They're going to have to remain strong, though, as they only have a 6-point lead right now. 1 touchdown can change that.
Kyle Holmes is the quarterback for Derry area, Clint. He's very comfortable back in the pocket. He has a lot of time. He just is not connecting with his receivers.
Yeah, he looks very fluid back there. Like you said, very comfortable in the pocket. We've seen him only roll out just a few times, and even then he's really looked comfortable and just like a very fluid throwing motion. However, just the passes have not connected. He doesn't have any really star receivers on his side, so that kind of hurts him a little bit, but his passes have been out of the hands of the receivers as well.
Williams, a little hard grounder to the 15-yard line, is scooped up by the Trojan and gets close to the 30-yard line, and Kyle Holmes and company will trot back out there looking to get some points on the board as they trail 6-0.
Yeah, DeRazio gives them a decent return there, and we're going to see Holmes here in the second half. We'll see if we see a different Holmes here in the second half, as, like we said, he had his struggles in the first half. He's going to have to get some first downs here, very crucial on their first drive of the second half to put points on the board.
Holmes will come in under center, twins to his right, lone setback is DeRazio, and he'll hand it off to him. Gets across the 30 to about the 32-yard line, second down.
And DeRazio again with the handoff there, as we also see Ron Geary, I actually believe, is the one that gets the handoff. It is Geary in the backfield. We've seen a couple different runners here for this Trojan team, as Geary's been in there, as well as, like you said, DeRazio and Elmer also back in that running back slot. We have to remember, again, Wanamaker's not playing in this game. He's their star running back for this team, and the loss of him makes them go to a couple different running backs there in the slot. It's going to be about a 2nd and 7 here.
Green in motion. Geary is the fullback, and the handoff is to the far back there, DeRazio, and he just fights his way through a hole and gets knocked down, but pops right back up and sets a manageable 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Trojans.
Yeah, the one thing the Trojans struggled with in the first half was moving the ball on the ground. Here we see right in the second half, immediately 2 straight running plays are trying to wear down this Uniontown defense, as the defense held up very strong in the first half against the run. And we're going to see if it's Holmes having to go to the pass here on 3rd down. It's a short 3rd down. And on the last 2 plays, they've done good in the running department. Let's see what they decide to do here on 3rd down.
Twins to the left, I formation. Geary and DeRazio are the I backs. Handoff to Geary. Geary's got himself close to a 1st down. Second effort will give it to him to the 41-yard line, and this is a good way for the Trojans to start off the second half.
Yeah, a team that did not see a lot of first downs in the first half, a lot of 3-and-outs for them. They go 3 straight running plays on this drive as they're able to pick up the 1st down. A great call there by the coaches of Derry area, as it was Geary able to find himself a hole. They went Geary, DeRazio, and then right back to Geary to pick up the 1st down. So they'll move the chains here on their first series of the second half.
See if they keep the steady dose of the ground game. Holmes under center at the 41-yard line, sends a man in motion. We'll hand it off to DeRazio. He's fighting 45 to the 46-yard line, carrying a Red Raider defender. 2nd down and about 5 on the play.
So making 4 straight running plays here for Derry. They're doing a great job. They're just trying to pound the ball up the middle, and that offensive line's doing a great job of opening up some holes for DeRazio as well as Geary there. And they've done a great job here in the second half to start out. That's good for a pickup of 6 there on 1st down.
2nd down and 5. Ball on the 46-yard line. Third quarter action. Here from Bill Power Stadium in Uniontown. Holmes on the quarterback keeper. He just gets met at the line. Ran right into one of his players who were stuffed up by the Red Raiders. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. Trojans have struggled to convert on 3rd downs, and this would be a big one for them.
Yeah, they really struggled in the first half. We see them there on the last drive converting on their 3rd down with the handoff to Geary. However, on this one, Holmes tried stepping up in the pocket and really didn't find anything. Ran into one of his own linemen. Actually got brought down maybe for a loss of 1 right about at the line of scrimmage. But you're right, another 3rd down conversion here for the Trojans, a very crucial one for that.
I formation, will they go with another run play? It'd be their 6th straight. They'll send Colin Green in motion to form twins to the left. There'll be a handoff and a little counter play to Orazio. He's just going to be met by Red Raider after Red Raider. A great play there. It looked like Chris Hall fought his way right up there. And it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, great job there by the Red Raiders. Aurora Wilkerson, one of the Red Raiders in there on the tackle, as they just pounced on Orazio there, kind of like a cat. Knocks him down there on 3rd down, and they're going to force the Trojans to punt here.
Gibson back at the 15-yard line. This punt just goes high into the night sky and will drop around the 38-yard line for the Red Raiders, and the Trojans have had struggle punting. Beeman has not been able to boot the ball as far as he would like, and with 7:39 left to go in the 3rd quarter, you're setting up the sophomore Xavier Ellis with some decent field position.
Yeah, before talking about Ellis here on this one, you're right, just a short punt. They've had their struggles in the punting department, and that's always scary, especially for Uniontown, because with only a 10-15 yard penalty or 10-15 yard punt, it could hit one of their players, bounce off him, and be a turnover.
Ellis will hand it off to number 5. DeShields gets a 1st down to the 47-yard line of the Trojans.
And DeShields with a great run there. You're going to see him juke off to the right there as he sidestepped, and maybe could have taken it further if he bounced it out one more time to the right on the sidestep. However, he gets wrapped up by the Derry defender, but before that, it's good for a 1st down. A great run there by Ishmael Shields.
Pistol formation. Ellis will pitch it to DeShields. DeShields trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage. He will get about, maybe they're going to say he got back, maybe a loss of 1. But Ellis on the quick option pitch.
Yeah, you know, Scott, that's about the 3rd time we've seen it from this Uniontown Red Raider offense. The first time it was able to a good pickup on their first try doing this. However, the Derry defense have really stepped up. They've acknowledged what's happening, and every time he pitches it back to Ishmael, they already have 2 defenders on him. So that option play really not being very effective here for the Red Raiders.
Send D'Amico in motion. Giving Gibson off the side. Gibson 1st down. Inside the 38-yard line. He needed about the 38. Will they give it to him? It'll actually be a yard short. So we set up a manageable 3rd down and 1 as the Vuvuzelas are out here in Uniontown.
Yeah, they really are. They've been going all game so far, but a nice run there by Dominique Gibson. Some great finishing speed there on the outside as he was able to push it up into another level there in speed, and he almost picks up the 1st down. It's 3rd and 1.
We'll hand it off to Sandrosky. Sandrosky trying to power his way for that 1st down. Joshua Rue style of the Pittsburgh Power. Does he get close enough? He will not. It'll be a 4th down and very close with 6:15 left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and this is interesting, Scott. With forward progress, it brings them right up close to the 1st down. However, they're not going to measure it. They're already going to establish it as inches there. That's a pretty close margin there. You usually see the referees call for it just to make sure. However, it's going to be 4th and inches, but like you said before, it's kind of that dead zone in the field where Uniontown, they've had the power in the running game all day so far, so expect them to power it up the middle here as it's only about an inches gain here for Uniontown.
See who they go to. It's a pitch formation. They have the weapons all around. Xavier Ellis, the fine sophomore. Flag on the play. Ellis going to roll to his left. Most likely this will be on the Red Raiders. Does he get the first down? He will, with some sideline work. But this flag is most likely on the Red Raiders, and we'll see what the official call is. See if it's a 10-yard or a 5-yard.
I believe it is against Uniontown on this one, as the flag was thrown right as the ball was snapped. Maybe an illegal formation. No, it is a false start against Uniontown here. So they're going to have to try it again here on 4th down after being pushed back, and they're going to be smart on this one. I believe they're going to send the punting unit out, as that penalty really hurts them, as they would have picked up the first down.
Looks like Uniontown wants to play the battle of field position, knowing that the struggles of the Trojans offense has been mightily, but the substitution struggles continuing for the Red Raiders. They'll send out their punter, number 56, Jonathan Hager, the junior, to boot this one away as he stands at his own 44. He'll boot it. Nice punt, and it'll hit into the end zone. However, and be touchback and a first down and 10 at the 20 for Kyle Holmes and the Trojans.
And Scott, there's got to be some kind of kicking clinic going on at this school. I don't know what it is. Some great boots here from these Uniontown Red Raiders. That one, like you said, Jonathan Hager, the punter there. Also an offensive tackle. Not very often you see an offensive tackle go back as the punter, but a great kick there, as it's going to start there for Derry area at their own 20. And we're going to see if Kyle Holmes can lead his team down the field again. On the last series, they were able to pick up a first down on 3 straight run plays. However, after that, the Uniontown defense stepped up again and forced a punt.
Twins to the left, our receiver to the right, near side us. The roll to his right will be Holmes. Holmes looks in the flat and bounces off the right foot of Ron Geary. Holmes looks like he had a little bit more time, decided to get it out quicker, and Ron Geary just a little bit too low for his fullback.
And Scott, just when we were saying he looked comfortable back there, when he went out rolling to his right as he was forced out of the pocket, didn't look comfortable at all. Like you said, it looked like he had a couple more seconds to get rid of that ball, and actually may have been able to hit Geary in stride as he was running just in front of him. However, he throws it at the feet of Geary and just takes it as a dead play. Could have picked up some yards on that play.
Trojans just looking for somebody to step up. They've had their struggles all night. Here's a handoff up the middle to Geary, the lone back. Did the ball come out? Yes, it did. Red Raiders pounce on it at the 22-yard line, and now they have very good field position, looking to add to their early lead. It looks like number 3 gets on the ball. Wire Wilkerson, the senior.
Julian Simon also at the bottom of that pile. We're going to see on replay if we can see who it is. I think it was number 50 there. I think Julian Simon may have gotten his hand in to strip it before he went down in that pile. Regardless, it's Uniontown. They're going to get the ball in great field possession here.
Pistol formation. Ellis will hand it off to DeShields. DeShields trying to dance a few for an extra few. However, he gets a little bit. Not too much dancing for DeShields tonight. Well, if he gets a hole, we know he can fly.
Brought down by Zach Riggle.
Yeah, Uniontown, a lot of weapons as we've seen in this game. DeShields being the biggest. Dominique Gibson also very dangerous as a receiver and running back in this game. And you got to think this is great field possession for Uniontown. Even if they can't convert a first down here, they're in prime position for their field goal kicker, Flyzell Williams, to put another one through the uprights.
Rolling to his left will be Ellis. Looks like this is just a quarterback keeper. He's got the outside at the 20, the 15, and will step high out of bounds. Close to the 10-yard line. They'll put him right at the 12. Very close to the first down. Either way, though, the athleticism of Ellis has been key tonight.
Check out that block right there. DeShields, number 5, is able to open up the outside lane for Ellis there. That was the key block on that play, as Ellis could have been stopped in the backfield as he was rolling to his left. However, a great block by DeShields. He can do everything out there. And there we see it. It's going to set up a very short third down here for the Red Raiders.
Needs past the 10-yard line for the first down. 3rd down and 2. He'll be a pitch to DeShields outside. They've tried to run this play a lot. DeShields going to cut back. He's going to try to go around, but he cannot from this Trojans. Be a 4th down and a little bit longer, but we've seen Williams put these through the upright. He'll trot right back out there. Will flies out Williams already on the night, 2 for 2.
Yeah, we'll see if Williams can get the field goal here. Again, like I mentioned earlier, that option play is just not really working for the Red Raiders anymore. It worked once. However, the defense of Derry area have noticed it. They paid attention to it, and they've stopped it the last 4 tries out. So we'll see if Williams can put another one through the upright, see if he can go 3 for 3 here tonight.
Subrick's normally the holder. It's Gibson now. Snap's good. Hold is better. Williams' kick is up. It's a line driver, and it looks like it sails to the left. No good, as it might have been ricochet, but either way, though, Williams is now 2 for 3, and it's still a 1-possession game. 3:33 left to go, 3rd quarter. Clint, got any advice for the Trojans offense?
The Trojans offense, they have to get something going, and honestly, we've seen a lot of running in this game from them, and that's the one thing that hasn't really worked out. We saw on their first series in this second half, the running game pick up 1 first down. However, it's been silenced all game. They really need to try and put their trust in Holmes, see if some receivers can get open. Holmes has the arm. If they can just get in stride and beat some of these Uniontown defensive backs, they can pick up some big yards and possibly get in the end zone, but it's got to start now, Scott.
High formation, Holmes under center, a pulling guard. Looks like some miscommunication in the backfield. Holmes going to roll to his right, looks for his man, and attempted one-handed catch falls just out of the reach of big number 85, Richie Cavallo, and it falls incomplete. 2nd down.
Yeah, Cavallo, one of the tight ends on this team, just a little bit out of his reach again. Holmes having to throw on the run there. Like you said, some miscommunications. Looks like it might have been a play-action play called as he ran into his running back in the backfield. Still rolls out. A tough pass to make there, but again, just out of the reach of his receiver. They're not able to haul it in. It's going to be 2nd down.
Now shotgun formation. Trojans haven't gone to this since the 1st quarter. Sidecar. Holmes going to roll to his left. They're going to pass possibly on this series, but right now it's going to be a run play to the left. Quarterback keeper, as you got to wonder if maybe it was a designer, if Holmes had all of his receivers covered by the stout Red Raider defense.
Yeah, nothing going there again. It's going to make it 3rd and 11 here as Holmes just tried running to the outside, but he's met big time there by the Red Raider defense. It's going to be a long 3rd down here. And this Derry area team, they've put up points in the past, but only 10 points in their last 3 games. So they've struggled seeing the end zone, Scott.
3rd down and 12. Holmes, 3-step drop over the middle, intercepted. Intercepted by Red Raider. He's got room to scoot. There he goes, and the Red Raiders got themselves on the board. It's number 15 for the Red Raiders. Chase Bunches, the senior, and on senior night comes up with a huge play.
What a play there. As you said, Manches on the interception. He just jumps the route. The pass was intended for Cavallo here. You're going to see him just try and dump it off over the middle. Cavallo was never even turned around looking for it. Manches jumps up, intercepts the ball. Some great moves there as he's able to get past some defenders, and great blocking downfield. A huge pick 6 here for Uniontown, and that's going to give them a nice lead in this game.
Williams will try to redeem himself with the extra point. Gibson to hold. Hall's snap is good. Gibson's hold is better, and that kick is up. And that kick is perfect. Red Raiders strike on defense with a pick 6 as they now lead the Trojans 13-0 here in the 3rd quarter, 2:38 left to go.
CUTV always has the action, and now you can too by ordering CUTV programming on DVD. To own your favorite CUTV moments, just send $16.95 in a check payable to SAI, care of CUTV Programming Order, 250 University Avenue, California, PA 15419. Order now. When you want the latest news,
Third quarter action, the Red Raiders strike with a pick 6, led by their seniors all around, helping their sophomore quarterback Ellis as they lead the Trojans 13-0. Williams at the 40 and will trot up and send it deep. The Trojans and Kyle Holmes will hope to get some offense answers here quickly.
Yeah, Holmes, they're going to try and bring their defense out once again. As we saw in that last one, Holmes threw 2 passes on that play. However, the first one that was intended for his tight end, number 85, Cavella, was just out of the reach of his hands. Next time he goes to Cavella again over the middle. Cavella never really saw the pass, as just when he was turning around, it's intercepted by Manchus, and Chase Manchus puts the first touchdown on the board between these two teams. Ellis hasn't been able to get in the end zone, but Manchus says, don't worry, I got your back.
Shotgun formation, sidecar to Holmes' right. Twins to each side. Holmes will hand it off to Geary. Geary got his seam and close to the first down. He needs the 35. He's about at the 34, second down.
Great run there by Geary, as looks like he might have been stopped up right near the line of scrimmage. However, he does a nice little sidestep to the left, and he's able to avoid a tackle and get a good gain on first down.
Josh Baggio has now checked into the game. The junior quarterback, 5'11", 170, has now checked in for the Trojans. Interesting move. It's always interesting when you put in a new quarterback to maybe Clint spark the offense.
Yeah, you got to try something at this point, as they are down 13-0 in this game. Not much going there for DeRazio, but he is able to pick up the first down with the gain of 3.
Shotgun formation, Baggio's pitch, it's lost. Red Raiders pounce on it, I believe, as it kind of just sat there. And yes, they do. Uniontown Red Raiders all over that one. Chris Hall.
Yeah, Hall coming up with the fumble, or with the recovery there. You're going to watch right in the option play. Just not enough on it, as, like you said, nothing going there. The new quarterback not able to get the option pitch. Uniontown, we've seen it a lot in this game. Them try it. They've been able to get the pitches off. However, they're not getting any yards. And this time another turnover here by the Trojans, and they're just putting themselves in a hole now, as if Uniontown can score off that turnover, they're going to have a huge lead in this game.
Tyreek Morris, the tight end senior, maybe rattling Baggio on his throw. Xavier Ellis drops after the fake. He launches it up right side. He's got his man open. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Number 1. Dion Ricks, the senior, and the sophomore delivers.
Scott, what can you say on that? Look at this. It was number 10 Gibson going in motion. They just did a little play action fake there. And number 1, Dion Ricks, what speed he has, as he's able to beat his defender, Matusik, on the outside. A great pass there by Ellis, as he led him the whole way. And Uniontown, 1 play, 1 touchdown. Ellis finally sees the end zone in this one, and a huge lead here for the Red Raiders.
Gibson to hold, Williams to kick. Hall to snap it. Snap's good, holds better. Williams' kick is blocked. But nonetheless, Uniontown Red Raiders won last week, and they're looking to have themselves a 2-game winning streak. They're up 19-0.
It's time for Friday Night Lights, marching bands, and hot dogs as CUTV brings you high school football coverage. Watch your high school battle for WPIAL glory on CUTV.
It is 19-0 here in the third quarter. 1:50 left to go. The Red Raiders are looking to get a 2-game winning streak. Still a quarter to play. As Williams' kick is picked up at the 10-yard line by DeRazio. He's going to take it to the 20. Some ball is loose. Do the Red Raiders fall back on it? Oh my goodness, this would be a crazy turn of events, but however, the Trojans are on it. And the Trojans are really, the Red Raiders have all the momentum, Clint. It's all Red Raiders.
Yeah, and it's number 3, Warwick Wilkerson, coming in, making the huge hit on DeRazio that's going to knock the ball loose. Wilkerson does a nice job. You're going to see him just come in on the screen right there, gets his hand in on the ball, strips it. Luckily, Derry is able to get the ball back, but what momentum that would have been, as this Uniontown team's on fire in the second half, and that just would have changed the tides even more. But Derry, they need to respond. They have to at least get this offense moving if they want any chance in a comeback in this game.
Josh Baggio back in at quarterback. He'll hand it off to his tailback, who is met in the backfield. Number 75 all over that one. John Jones, like Terrence Total Chaos Carter.
The senior, 270 pounds, a big man to be met in the backfield with, as he gets a nice tackle in the backfield.
Baggio in the flat, pass a little bit short, falls incomplete, as he was looking for Colin Green. And it'll be third down. These Trojans putting in a new quarterback. It looked like they got some momentum going, a couple first downs. But right now, not looking so hot.
Yeah, they try putting Baggio in. Like you said, just nothing going, as he's even having trouble hitting his receivers. And it's just one of those things where Uniontown's wide receivers are just a little bit better, a little bit more dangerous than the receiving threat of Derry, and that's what they've taken advantage of, as we saw on the Dion Ricks touchdown pass on Uniontown's last drive.
Twins to the right, sidecar to his right, he sets, pressure coming, he looks left side, he's got his man, it's complete! And the Trojans have the biggest play, but now it's fumbled. Did he have complete possession of the catch is the question.
Scott, I believe he did on that one. It's Sandrowski coming up with it. Let's take a look at this. It's a great completion, as Baggio is able to throw it downfield, and he connects with Matusik. It looks he has possession there, and it's just stripped by the defender. A great job by Uniontown. They force another turnover.
The Red Raiders are all over the place. That is number 1, Dion Ricks, with the strip once again. And Uniontown is on fire tonight. Minute 01 left to go.
And we talked about DeShields being one of the huge players. How about Dion Ricks making a name for himself in the last minute of this game? The touchdown completion, and now he gets the strip to give the Red Raiders the ball back.
Ellis sets, fires down the left side. Oh, and an attempt there, looking for number 4, Dante Gibson, the senior on the left side. He had him if he threw the ball, had a little bit more mustard on the ball there, Clint, just underthrew.
Gotta assume those are Gibson brothers out there, Dante Gibson and Dominique Gibson, as they are both seniors on this team, as I do believe we saw that earlier in the senior festivities, as they both came on the field. The great brother tandem, as he's almost able to haul his first pass in, and that would have been a huge completion on first down.
53.6 left to go, third quarter. They'll hand it off to DeShields, and DeShields gets close to the original line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Third down coming up.
It's still DeShields, the ball carrier on the play, run down by Richie Cavallo.
And Scott, you talk about Xavier Ellis coming into this game. How much confidence has he put in this coaching staff here today? He's done a great job back there as quarterback. No real turnovers, no mistakes or anything, and he's just done a great job so far. Some great passes, and like we saw, the Dion Riggs touchdown pass on the last drive.
15 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Trips are to the left. Ellis is going to roll to his left. Now he's going to set, fire it up. Boy, does he have an arm. Can he find his man? Oh, an incomplete, intended for number 12, Jacque Taylor. Very good coverage there by the Trojan defender. And with 4.2 seconds left to go, fourth down.
Yeah, and Taylor knew he should have had that one. You're going to see on the replay as he turns right back to the outside, just right out of his hands. Would have been another touchdown here for the Red Raiders with 4.2 seconds here. They should get one more play off, Scott. And on fourth down, again, just a dead zone in the field. You got to go for it here, but wondering if Uniontown goes for that deep threat again, or if they just try and get the completion over the middle.
You have to feel the future does look bright for the Uniontown Red Raiders. Ellis will roll to his left. Fourth down and 10. Looking left side. Got his man. Is the feet in bounds? It is. What a completion. The composure of this sophomore quarterback. He's throwing to senior targets all over the place. Gibson coming up with a big reception there. Dominique
Gibson, a great reception indeed. The other brother this time pulling in the catch. He's had a couple nice ones in this game. And you're right, just great confidence in Ellis and a lot of promise looking forward in the future. You got a lot of seniors on this team, though, so it's going to be a young team. But if you have a quarterback like Ellis, you got to be happy looking into the future.
We have reached the end of the third quarter. Fourth quarter action coming up, 19-0. The Uniontown Red Raiders lead. Clint, big tradition here around CUTV. We do this pretty much every year. Big hot dog award contest, second to last game. Allison enjoyed a nice hot dog before the game. We'll take a look to see what she gives the Red Raider hot dog. And she's giving it a big old 9, which should be, I believe, really near the top of that leaderboard.
I believe it is actually tied for the lead, if I am correct. I know there you see it is tied for the lead with Frazier there, and they both set a 9. And the 10, like we said, that's from the deep fried Oreos, so that does not count in the hot dog contest for Brownsville. We have one more week. Charlotte could pull an upset. They could get the 10. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, AAA hot dog right here at Uniontown as we start the fourth quarter. Nice pass to DeShields. He splits a gap and scores. Just Shields with a 20-yard touchdown run right off the start of the fourth quarter. 25-0.
Scott, what a way to start this fourth quarter. And DeShields has been looking for the end zone all day. He gets a great block there on the outside, right on the sidelines there. That's what opened up that hole, and that's what gave him the touchdown. DeShields, a great job. He's had a great night. Finally gets rewarded in the end zone. And it is the Red Raiders now with a 25-0 lead on the Derry area Trojans.
Hold his snap. Gibson the hold. Williams to boot another extra point through. Snap good. Hold better. That kick is up. And that kick is perfect. It is 26-0. 11:51 left to go here in the fourth quarter. The Uniontown Red Raiders trying to go streaking here at the end of the season.
It's time for Friday Night Lights, marching bands, and hot dogs as CUTV brings you high school football coverage. Watch your high school battle for WPIAL glory on CUTV.
That man has to be smiling tonight as his future is looking bright for his Red Raiders, as Xavier Ellis has been phenomenal in this game. 2 touchdown passes as the Trojans are looking to get something going. Razio will bring it up. Being wrapped up and still fighting, but gets up to about the 26-yard line, and the Trojans struggling on offense.
Yeah, they really are. They've had their troubles in this game. They've had trouble scoring in the past couple weeks. Yeah, they took on the top 3 teams in the Keystone Conference in the past 3 weeks. But, you know, you got to come into Uniontown with some kind of fire, some kind of drive for a win in this game. And, you know, we haven't seen that at all from any Derry area player. It's been all Uniontown this game, both offensively and defensively.
Offset I left, receiver split, pitch to the left. Razio looking, trying to find, but he gets wrapped up very quickly. A late flag thrown. See who it is on. Looks like number 50 on the tackle, Julian Simon, the senior.
It'll be holding against the Trojans on this one, as he had a lot of room over to the left side, and a good call by the referees as one of the Red Raiders defenders was held up. We'll see if we can see it here on the replay. I believe it was on the outside. There you see it was number 1 being held up of Uniontown as Dion Ricks tried making the tackle. However, he was held up. A good call there, and that's going to push Derry back 10 yards. It's going to be a long first down here for the Trojans.
Josh Baggio is out there for the Derry area Trojans, replacing Kyle Holmes. Baggio is a junior. And he'll set with a 3-step drop. Pressure coming, trying to set up the screen pass. However, it's dropped there by the number 8, Ron Geary.
And just tries a little dump-off pass. The Red Raiders sent the blitz as they were in the backfield immediately as Baggio tried getting rid of it. However, just off the hands of Geary, not able to haul that one in, so it's going to be a long second down here for the Trojans. This Trojan offense, we have not seen it yet today, Scott, and at this point in the fourth quarter, it might just be a little too late here for the Trojans.
Sidecar to the right, twins to the left, far receiver to the right. He's going to look right side and incomplete. Great coverage there from number 4 of Uniontown, Dante Gibson, the senior. Third down and very long.
Yeah, that one intended for Colin Green, a very quick pass off the snap, and it's just a little bit too high and out of reach for Green. You're right, good coverage by Dante Gibson, as the Gibson brothers making their name heard again, this time defensively, and they're going to force the Trojans to try and convert a very long third down here.
Third down and a long 19. He sets, he's got time, fires right side. This could be picked by Red Raider. It is. Oh, what a stick on the block there. Gibson down the left side. And a Derry area player got wrecked on a beautiful block there from, I believe, number 1, Dion Bricks. But Dante Gibson with the pick.
A huge interception there. But like you said, what a hit here, as right off the interception, you're going to see it on the screen. Catches the interception, and right there, as it's Wilkerson making another huge hit, as he actually forced a fumble off the kickoff earlier, this time laying the huge block there, and a big interception by Dante Gibson. Red Raiders, another threat to score here. They've got great field position. They're inside the 20 of Derry area.
Twins to the right for Xavier Ellis. He's got 2 sidecars. However, it's going to be a timeout, Uniontown. They're looking to put more points here on the board as we are here in week 8. One more game here on CUTV High School Football Game of the Week, as we will be going to Charleroi next weekend for their brand new facility as York Cougars travel to the Charleroi Cougars.
Yeah, the second time we see York this year, as we saw York in Brownsville earlier in the year. A very impressive York team. However, they are going to have their hands full with the Charleroi Cougars, like you said, but it's going to be a great game between those two. Always a good matchup between York and Charleroi, and like you said, a great new facility that Charleroi has. Going to miss the old field, however, so a lot of memories from all the teams that passed at that stadium.
By the way, you can check High School Football Roundup weeknights Tuesday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m., Thursdays at 4 p.m. This guy and myself will be giving you all the hosts. Also a little picker too, whose pick is looking pretty good tonight as well. As they'll send the man in motion, Ellis will fake. Ellis looks right over the middle, and no, actually it's picked off by a Derry area Trojan. Looked like number 8, Ron Geary.
A good interception by Gary. Ellis's first mistake in this game as he jumps across. Now that was actually number 2, Matusik, with the interception. So Matusik does a nice job jumping around on that one, and he's going to give the ball right back to the Trojans. However, they're pinned back in their own territory. They've got some work to do if they want to get out.
Tyler Music is just a side story here. There was an article about him a while back about being a really good kicker for the Derry area Trojans. We haven't seen him do it at all this game so far. His dream is to kick for Penn State, though he'll take any college that accepts him. And really, so far this season, 7 of 9 of field goals between 30 and 48 yards, coming up very short on a 50-yarder, which the coaches say he missed it by only a couple yards, and with the wind blowing at a very steady 8 miles per hour right into him. A coach for Derry area, Al Girardo, believes that he's got a big future in college ahead of him. Handoff to Geary inside. He fights close to the 7-yard line. They'll give him the 7. Long third down.
And you talk about Matusik and his kicking ability. The only problem is we really haven't been able to see it here tonight, as the Trojans haven't had the offensive firepower to move the ball downfield or even set themselves up in for field goal position. You know, that's just been one of the problems for the Trojans tonight, as the defense has been really strong by Uniontown. You got to credit them. They're having a great night out there.
I'm sure if any scouts are here tonight coming to see Matusik, they're also taking a look at Flysdale Williams. If they haven't seen him with his big of a leg, both on kickoffs and on field goals. Has a nice completion over the middle to Matusik. They're saying he will be down. It'll be a first down, Trojans. 9:15 left to go, fourth quarter.
Good reception there by Matusik. A nice pass there by Baggio. You're going to see just over a little wobbly pass, but a good job by Matusik to haul it in. As Dion Ricks was on the coverage, he just is able to step in front of him and get the completion, as he was ruled down by contact before that ball came loose. So it's a first down here for the Trojans.
Twins to the right, sidecar to the left. Baggio looks right, fires on a little bubble screen action, but he's going to be wrapped up by a Uniontown defender. Great swarm tackle there by the Red Raider. Durazio on the catch. Set up a second down and about 12.
Good open field tackle there by Chase Manchus. We saw him earlier. He had the lone pick 6 interception here for the Uniontown defense, so he's had himself quite a game. And there he gets a nice tackle for a loss in the backfield as they dropped it off to Durazio on the outside. Good tackle there. It's going to be 2nd and 12 here for the Trojans.
8:15 left to go, fourth quarter. Baggio looks, just really quick fire, intercepted Red Raiders. Can they return this? That's number 4 is brought down. Dante Gibson, the senior, coming up with, I believe that's his second pick.
How about back-to-back interceptions for Dante Gibson? That's the 3rd interception here tonight for the Red Raiders. Gibson getting his 2nd. We remember the last one, which actually gave Uniontown the ball before they turned it over on an interception as well. And we saw the big hit by Wilkinson on the block. This time Gibson does another nice job jumping the route, gets the interception, and again they're going to give the Red Raiders some good field position. Ellis throwing an interception on his last drive. Let's see if he can settle down and be a little bit more precise on these passes.
Sophomore quarterback has a reason to be a little bit fired up the way he's played tonight. Basically a full game for Ellis. He'll hand it off to DeShields, excuse me. Said his name so much tonight, I don't know how I'm messing it up. But, you know, it is what it is.
You know, Scott, we've had so many playmakers here tonight.
Yeah.
You kind of go in and out. We've seen great play by Xavier Ellis coming in at quarterback. Obviously, DeShields has had himself quite a game. We've seen Dante Gibson with 2 interceptions. We saw Manchus with the pick 6. A lot of playmakers on this team, as well as the kicker, Flysdale Williams, 2 big field goals. Just a lot of talent out of this Uniontown team.
We've also seen Dominique Gibson as well have himself a fantastic night. Look at this guy. He's been powering his way a lot tonight, and he's finally going to give himself a big gain. Tristan Sandrowski on the left side gets close to the first down. Very close. We'll set up about a 3rd down, and they give him a 2, 3rd down and 2.
Sandrowski reminding the fans here of Uniontown that he is just as good as DeShields in the running department, as he gets a very good gain there on 2nd down, close to a 1st down. He'll just be a yard short there as he was forced out of bounds, but a nice run there by Sandrowski.
3rd down and 2, 6:45 left to go. Another late substitution just running in. Dion Ricks just gets in. Ellis, pistol, hands off up the middle. Sandrowski's got the 1st down. And he's close to the 3-yard line. Looks like that's where they're going to give it to him. A 1st down and goal at the 4-yard line as an injured Trojan is down on the field.
Yeah, a nice run there. It's number 45, Nate Spinetti, the fullback, on the fullback handoff there, as he was able to get the 1st down. Good pickup there on 3rd down. So they're going to have a 1st and goal here from the 4-yard line. You're right, one of the Derry area players down on the field as he is being tended to. But again, Scott, you got to give credit. This offense for Uniontown has come out on fire in this second half, but their defense as well, they put points up on the board.
Just some big key first half plays. I remember Dominique Gibson coming up with some huge catches in that first half. It was a 6-0 lead for the Uniontown Red Raiders. As Flyzell Williams was just phenomenal with field goal after field goal. And then just leading into here the second half matches with that pick six, really just sparking this when Ellis hit Ricks for a one-pass touchdown and then DeShields a touchdown. Really, it's just been all Red Raiders all game long as they're trying to get their second win of the season and looking forward to Ringgold next weekend.
Yeah, think of the momentum they're going to carry into the Ringgold team. Ringgold, they've been on fire. They've been a great team all year, but Uniontown, if they have Ellis back there at quarterback, they have a good chance of possibly upsetting that Ringgold team.
Ellis hands it off to number 3 on the left side. Does he get his way into the end zone? It's very close. That is Wilkerson. And it'll be second down and goal at the 1, just a 3-yard gain for Wilkerson.
Wilkerson, the senior running back, we haven't seen him in the backfield here today. We've definitely said his name a couple times as he's forced a fumble on special teams, and also that big hit we saw on the Gibson interception, the pancake block he had that made a lot of noise here in Red Raider Nation as he almost powers that one in. Always good to see the senior almost punch one in here on senior night.
5:40 left to go, fourth quarter. They'll hand it off inside to Shields, gets close, no gain on the play though. You could say he gets about a half yard. Either way though, it will be third down and goal. And Sandrosky and company will trot back out there along with Chris Hall. Maybe a big power set coming out here for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, keep an eye on Nate Spinetti too. He's checked back into the game. He's that fullback we saw him power his way on the third down to pick up the first down. We'll see a timeout by Uniontown here first, I believe is the call, that is. So we're going to see a timeout here by Uniontown, but Spinetti checking into the game. You got to assume maybe they go to that fullback run there. Spinetti, a big power running back, as he is the fullback, 230 pounds, standing at 6 foot, and he's just a beast when it comes down to those goal line carries.
I'd like to take this time to thank our wonderful crew here at CUTV. Me and Clint have the pleasure of standing and relaxing in this nice warm press box, but there's no better way to thank our cameramen and women out there. Also our 2 members back in the truck. We've had a lot of flipping and flopping around here in this game with sharing duties all over the place. But the one man that has been consistent is down there on camera 3 there, Joshua Lassie. As you can see, Gary Smith out there, normally in the truck.
He's found his way out.
Yeah, he's actually escaped for once. And Gloria Stone also working camera 1 as well. There she is. Gloria Stone, a Uniontown alum. Clinton having a little smile on her face to see those Red Raiders with a big lead.
She enjoys coming back to Red Raider Nation here, and definitely probably enjoys seeing a Uniontown win. So we'd like to thank her for her camera work out there, as well as our director right now, Jordan Marinos, who's running the camera 1 in the first half. We'd like to thank her. And like you said, Joshua Titus Laska on camera 3 down on the ground. He's been down there all night, so he's been braving the elements.
Can't forget about our hot dog grader now in the truck. She was on camera 2 in the first half. She's now working graphics and replay for us in the truck. That is Allison Steinheiser. As looks like a fourth down coming up, fourth down and goal coming up for the Red Raiders. 4:50 left to go, fourth quarter.
Yeah, Spinetti trying to punch that one through, and still number 74 of Uniontown, Chris Hall, still trying to get a spike on as well, as he lost his spike in that rumble there. And you're right, it's going to be about a 4th and 4 here for Uniontown as they try and put another score on the board, currently leading 19-0.
Remembrance of the 1985 Bears where they put a big fridge guy in back. Chris Hall, the big guy, powers his way into the end zone. A lot like those 1985 Bears where they'd let the fridge carry it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And definitely looking like a fridge on that one. Hands it off to the big man, 74, Chris Hall. Hey, once he put that spike back on, he was roaring to go as he knew he was getting the handoff. Always good to see the big man score on that one as the Red Raiders extend their lead even further in this game.
Hall is a multi-purpose player, plays defensive line. Offensive line is also the long snapper. Gibson will hold off. Hall's snap is good. Hold is better. Kick is up. And that kick is perfect. It is 33-0. 44 minutes, 32 seconds left to go here. Fourth quarter action. Don't go anywhere on CUTV Game of the Week.
In 1977, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the US Open twice, 1 in 1.2 billion. The odds of him having a child diagnosed with autism, 1 in 110. Ernie Els encourages you to learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
You're watching CUTV, California University Television.
There he is, the big fridge, Chris Hall, powering his way in there for the end zone. 33-0 is the score. The Red Raiders all full of power tonight here at Bill Power Stadium as Williams tees it up at the 40, gets his signal, and will trot up there to send it deep. More of like a squib kick, as it's going to work a little bit. Derry has to go back. Now finally picked up his Durazio. Ooh, nice little juke move, another one, but a little bit too late as all Red Raiders swarm them.
So we're going to see if the Derry area offense can get something going here late in the game. Obviously, with very little time left in the fourth quarter, not enough time for a comeback, but the offense just never showing up today here for the Trojans. As coming into this game, the story was who would be able to come out of the win with playoff implications on the line. Derry area had the better chance at the playoffs here, but we're going to see Uniontown come out of this game with a win, so they'll be tied, I do believe, in the conference, and they're going to have to, Uniontown's going to hope that Hollidaysburg drops their matchup to Laurel Highlands here tonight.
Also, big other matchups in the Keystone is Ringgold Rams traveling to Franklin Regional. As the handoff up the middle, Geary gets close to the 15, close to the 16. Needs to about the 18 for the first down.
Brian Geary, the ball carrier on the play.
It'll be second down at about 4. Ball at the 15-yard line. He needs the 19 for the first.
And it's got just 4 minutes to go here. Close to picking up a first down, but Derry just trying to, again, just get some kind of offense going.
Handoff, nice little hole here for the Trojans. They've got the first down and a little bit more to number 5, Jordan Randall. Jordan Randall, the senior tailback, 5'9", 197.
Now the fourth different running back we've seen in there today as Randall gets himself a nice gain on his first carry as he gives the Trojans a first down. And Scott, like I was talking about earlier, they're Uniontown hoping Laurel Highlands is able to be victorious over Hollidaysburg. But even if that's the case, it's going to make a 4-way tie for that last spot in playoffs.
Far receiver to the right, lone setback is Randall. Twins to the right of Baggio. He'll hand it off to Randall. Randall right side. Randall gets about 4 on the play, if that. Second down with 3 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter from Bill Power Stadium.
Yeah, so it'll be second down. Randall with a nice gain there as we see a whole swarm of new Trojans marching their way out onto the field as they get some of the backups into play here late in the fourth quarter, down 33-0 right now.
A lot of backups also on the Red Raiders side, as they're going to give their youngsters a look here on senior night, as the seniors have played phenomenally. Up the middle, nothing doing for the Trojans. 3rd down, 2:20 left to go. Checking in the game will be number 68, Nick Lampe, the senior actually.
Yeah, nice tackle there on the play in the backfield by Gianna DeMarco, as he was able to wrap up Randall, I believe it was, on the handoff. So it's going to make it a 3rd and 6 here for the Trojans. We'll see if they can convert their second first down on this series.
Pitch to the right, Randall fighting. He needs about the 34-yard line. But he gets about to the 31, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, Shannon Cassidy checking in the game for running back there. He took the pitch, however, not able to pick up the first down. And we'll see if Derry decides to go for it here. Looks like they are going to punt it away here, as it'll be number 85, Richie Cavallo, back deep to punt.
Jaquay Taylor, the junior, back deep to receive. He stands at his 38-yard line for the Red Raiders. Minute 12 now counting. Taylor will watch it bounce. We'll watch it bounce a little bit more, and it'll roll to the 23-yard line with 55.2 left to go here in the 4th quarter. And the Red Raiders are looking to improve their mark to 2-5 on the season.
And Scott, just looking at it again, just this Keystone Conference, what a series of events it'll be if Hollidaysburg does fall to Laurel Highlands. Like I said, it's going to be a 4-way tie in the Keystone Conference for that 4th spot in the playoffs. And with a big matchup between Derry and Hollidaysburg next week, it'll be interesting to see. Uniontown, they have a tough matchup against Ringgold, but like we said, it's going to be a race here for that last playoff spot in the Keystone Conference.
Derry would drop to 2-4 in the conference, 2-6 overall. Uniontown would improve to 2-6, 2-4 in the conference. Derry would then have a 4-game losing streak riding on their hands. If Laurel Highlands can defeat Hollidaysburg tonight, Laurel Highlands will snap a 3-game losing streak.
And you have to wonder, Derry going to be traveling to, or going to be hosting Hollidaysburg, so that definitely works in their favor next week. However, they do have some things to work out in practice over the next week. First off, they have to find out who they're going to go with at quarterback, as we saw Holmes out of this game as Baggio had stepped in. And Scott, that's going to do it for us here tonight.
Well, you have to like, Clint, before we send everybody home, Red Raider fans home happy with a win, you got to like how Xavier Ellis, the fine sophomore quarterback, really stepped up and played tonight.
Ellis had a phenomenal game, and you got to credit a lot of these players here tonight. I love the defense of the Red Raiders, but Ellis had to be the player of the game as he came into the game and really led this Red Raider offense.
For everybody here at CUTV, our wonderful crew, flip-flopping, doing everything that they could to bring you a high school football game of the week. For Clint and Logan, I'm Scott Majessi. Uniontown has now won 2 in a row. They're now 2-6 overall. As Derry area suffers their 4th straight loss, Red Raiders win 33-0.